And you acknowledge that you haven't had much involvement with the child over the course of the past few years, or really her life, and you say that's mainly because of the lack of contact with Miss Smith. That her contact information changes a lot, and I'm pleased to hear that the child is doing well in your care. And then it's undisputed because Miss Smith said it, the grandmother said it, and even the aunt said it, that this child has some mental issues. And was seeing a therapist and was on medication. And I hear that she's doing just fine with you, and there is no therapy and there is no medication.
Yeah, she's not even seeing medication.
So what does that all mean? Does that mean that she is just fine, or does that mean that you, since you had limited contact with her, you don't know, you're not picking up on whatever signs there may or may not be? What I know from all of the testimonies that the child has been with Ms. Smith for pretty much all of her life. North Carolina has jurisdiction in this matter because the child resided here in the 6 months prior to the filing of this action. And I have talked to the judge in Mississippi. I talked to the judge in Mississippi a couple of weeks ago over the issue of jurisdiction. That is why you are here, because they told you in Mississippi they can't do custody there. It has to be done here because North Carolina has home state jurisdiction over this child. And despite the judge having told you that, I also hear today that Ms. Smith still does not have the child.
When I got to
I wish I knew more about the DSS investigations, but I don't. What y'all provided to me today was that there were investigations and that all of them were dismissed. There have been allegations of abuse. Someone even said enslaving the child. But there's been no evidence of that today. I guess I don't have to go through this analysis with y'all, but I think it's important for you to hear how I think and hear about how the judge has to look at it from a legal perspective. I have to look at it from a legal perspective. You may be a bad mother. I don't know. But the evidence before me today doesn't show that you are. There are allegations of possible abuse, allegations of DSS involvement, but none of it's been proven.
May I speak, Your Honor?
You may not. That's why I've been ignoring Mr. White. I sat there and I listened to y'all for 45 minutes. It's only going to take me a few minutes to say what I got to say, and really what you got to say probably then is irrelevant. I really feel uncomfortable making a decision. But the two of you ought to feel uncomfortable about your presentation today. This is not what you see on TV. I'm not Judge Wapner or whoever that woman is, all that drama you see on TV, you don't bring that in here. I'm looking for a legal analysis. I'm looking for competent evidence. I'm trying to determine what's best for the child. I know this child has resided with Miss Smith all of her life up until now. I am returning her to Miss Smith for now. I actually already returned her to Miss Smith when I entered the emergency custody order. I understand that has not been followed. It very well may be that at some point in time in the future, Mr.
De paso que iba de paso ella hace como unos 8.
It very well may be that at some point in time in the future, Mr. White, when we have a hearing and you're able to prove whatever it is that you allege, that I may be entering a different decision. But what I know is that the child has resided with Miss Smith for the past roughly 12 years of her life. I don't have any proof of abuse. Although I don't have any, no one presented any report cards to me. I can only assume, but I have no evidence showing that she's not doing well in the care of Miss Smith. And so I'm awarding temporary custody to Miss Smith. And you acknowledge that you haven't had